Recently, we have opened up our requirements so that we can exhibit not only Tacoma Park artists, but artists from around the region. This show in particular is a mix of artists. Jan Stovall is a Tacoma Park artist, Ted Schroll is from Bethesda, Corin Levy is from Washington, D.C., and Ruth Pettis is from Baltimore.
The medium is model magic, with which I make little flowers and then attach them to wood or a gessoed wood or some surface which I put on the wall. I have been working with this medium for a while, and I had talked with Adam, and it's great because this is a building, and I like the idea that there are so many hidden meanings and hidden things going on in a building, especially a building where the walls are peach or white. So I wanted to get at some of the things going on behind those walls and some of the energy and hidden meanings. And so I wanted to make things breaking out of these white walls. Adam said, "This is the perfect place for you to install." So I said, "Great." And I looked around, and you see, like, there are corners and walls, and it's so much more exciting than just a gallery where you just put things in a museum atmosphere, because this is a space people actually engage with. I'm just very happy and lucky to be here, and this is very exciting for me.
I work in mixed media collage. I collect a lot of paper that appeals to me, and over the years I've collected boxes and boxes of paper. And when I do a collage, I start getting my favorite pieces together and start sorting them according to palette or texture or just things that look like they belong together or they speak to each other. And then I go from there. There's a movement in the schools now not to put a lot of emphasis on cursive for young kids, and it's a little disturbing because I think there's a unique personality in everybody's handwriting. So with all the text messaging and emails and personal correspondence having taken over or having dropped because of the technology, I think we're losing a little bit of our humanity in our handwriting. Well, I live in Tacoma Park, and I think it's great that they have a venue for local artists here, or for artists of any, not necessarily just local artists, but artists and opening receptions. It's just great to highlight art.
Basically, what the Tacoma Park Arts Commission does is they have a open call on their website where artists can fill out some forms and submit them. They mail them back to the city. And we also curate some artists who come into these shows each month. So we pick from a mix of open call and artists who we really just want to exhibit in the gallery.
I've been taking pictures in gardens, my own and Brookside Gardens and other places, anywhere I go. And I've just collected a lot of what I think are interesting pictures that I like to have people get a chance to take a look at. I've exhibited them in a couple of places, and I really like the gallery here at Tacoma Park. Close-ups I've been doing ever since back in the 1970s. I bought my first close-up lens and found how when you look at things really on that kind of right in your face, right down to your nose scale, how really intricate and well designed and really intriguing, beautiful all of these things are. And of course, if you take a picture with morning dew, for example, that's something that's going to be gone within the hour or so, and you've got a chance to capture that and make it a little bit more permanent.
Using shoes, I use a lot of media with them. As you can see, I sometimes use wax, I sometimes use string. There's a couple of shoes that you'll see have multiple media. I decided to start doing shoes because I was actually reading The Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. And there was a scene where everyone was stuck in the mud. And it was a wonderfully descriptive experience reading that. And I was raised with an English-British mother, and we used to walk all the time. And suddenly I decided I'd do a shoe. But I actually saw some work that was based on shoes in a museum, and I thought, well, maybe this can be a whole genre in itself for me. For some people, they don't can't approach them, but for others, it's been an interesting experience to encounter the shoes. A lot of the materials, because I am a walker, are things that I found on the street. I'm very interested in what's being discarded.
I think it's a great chance for people who are involved in all kinds of art to see what other people are doing and be inspired and get a chance to maybe come back and try to exhibit some of their works here in Tacoma Park. I think it's also something that's really worthwhile for any student of photography, for example, to see what kinds of things can be done now in the world with the modern equipment that we have. It's an awful lot of fun, and I think some people may see that and get a chance to try it themselves.
I think it can create a dialogue between people saying, "Oh, that's not art. That's just trash. I could do that." You know, I mean, and I think that to expand, although the idea of what art is important.
I'm just very happy and lucky to be here, and this is very exciting for me.
It brings people into the community center, which is what a community center should be. It should be a place for the people to feel comfortable and come and see what new shows. You know, they revolve. It's not as. It's good that they are constantly changing the venues. You know, music, art, poetry readings. It's just a great way to get the community involved in arts.